right below that cut too. He's at
Yeah.
24 years old. I mean, he's having a heck of a year. I mean, he's kind of embodied that true point guard. He's taken on that role. I mean, he's healthy, right? That's kind of the big thing
Right.
that's kind of kept him back. He 10 free throw attempts per game. I mean, you look at some games where he can go for 3 for 12, but still wind up with 25, 26 points because he's 14 to 16 from the line. I think that was
I
the other
saw him go
night, right?
17 and 19 from the line last week. It was 4-14, 17 and 19 from the line, had 26
Yeah,
in
I think the
Memphis.
big thing, Tim, for me with him though, is how does he finish the season, right? Because he's been on the shelf the last couple of years, as far as in either with injuries or they've kind of shut him down here.
Injuries.
Yeah, but yeah, but I would say for me that would be my number one guy as far as Gilgeous-Alexander.
Hard to pick against him. I've actually seen him live a couple times in the last week. The Memphis game was a struggle for him. It's actually I believe the only games over it's like the last 10 or 11 that he doesn't have 30 is 2 times that he saw Memphis, where you've got Dylan Brooks all breathing up in your face, his fellow Canadian, and then Jaren Jackson in the back line, if you do get past Brooks. Last night saw him against the Mavericks, career high 42. I mean, easy, right? 13 and 13 from the line. Jay Kidd mentioned, because, I always want to think of comps for players. And he's got such kind of an unconventional game. What the words you always hear, herky jerk. Maybe that's one word, hyphenated, whatever. You hear that, and it's like, he's so good at attacking the basket, and he's slithery, right? But he's killing people. It's not the mid-range, it's that non-restricted paint area with the pivots, the pump fakes. And Jay Kidd mentioned DeMar DeRozan. I can definitely see a lot of DeMar DeRozan, but this is a guy who is averaging 1.8 steals per game, a block per game. Matter of fact, I was anticipating that he was going to be my pick, so I did look up a little number here. 30-plus points, 5-plus assists, over a block, over a steal in NBA history. Michael Jordan twice, LeBron James once, LeBron James twice, Dwayne Wade once, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's on that kind of a pace.
Yeah.
So pretty good pick there.
That's the crazy thing too, Tim. Like when we're getting in trade season here, and like we're hearing like his name has been somewhat bantied around, right? I guess just because maybe they were retooling, or like I'm thinking like what it would cost for a guy that doesn't even have a player option. I mean, you wrote about the guys with the player options on these rookie Mac. Like he's a straight contract.
You know where it's not been bantied around? And within earshot of Sam Preston. Like you want to get fired in the Thunder organization, go to Sam Preston and say, "Hey, let's trade Shai." You tank to get this kind of player,
right?
To me, the question, and we've talked about this before, is do you start to maybe try to fast track it around him